Earlier tonight, I told you that Splunk, the software analytics play, is one of the kings of the cloud. Here's a company that helps its clients harness the power of their data to get real-time operational intelligence, which they can use for security, new application we got to talk about, application delivery, and analytics, most importantly, among other things. Why is Splunk cloud royalty my new term? It's not just because the stock is in fuego. Get this, up 62% last year, another 30% this year alone, including a 19% gain since the last time we spoke to the company in January. The fact is, Splunk shot the lights out when it reported less than 2 weeks ago, delivering a much smaller than expected loss with higher than anticipated sales, up 37% year over year. I should talk about billings, up 44%. We got to know, how bullish was this? All right, well, since we're in their hometown, let's check in with Doug Murray. He's the president and CEO of Splunk to learn more about the quarter and where his company is headed. Mr. Murray, welcome back to Mad Money.
Thank you, Jim. So happy to have you out here.
Oh, thank you. I love being here. I love being with you, Doug. I saw this quarter. And the first thing I said was, this is the quarter I expected you to do 18 months from now. How could you have actually beaten by such a big extent? Is it just contract after contract that you signed?
You know, what we have said over and over, including when I've been here with you, is this market we play into is enormous. Every company has got to become a data-driven company, or they just won't compete going forward. And Splunk is the best solution out there to help companies understand this multitude of data that's coming in every single day and turn it to a business outcome, a true competitive advantage.
Well, but I think that you sell yourself short. This time, so many states, so many municipalities, airports, colleges, these all need the data too?
They do. Everyone needs to become a data-driven company. And I think one of the benefits we've seen is, as a company, we've become more and more prescriptive with our customers on what should they be doing with big data. Okay. It's a huge push for us this year that we started last year, package Splunk more explicitly by prescription so that customers get really rapid time to value. GDPR is a great example. Right? That one's coming big this year. About a quarter and a half ago, we had our European team really
regulation.
Big general data protection regulation. It's not just for European companies. Right. Everyone thinks that if you do business in Europe, you better be GDPR compliant. So they outlined for our customers.
Well, wouldn't you say that the U.S. companies have to be even more GDP compliant? They're the ones that could really get in trouble.
Huge. The potential fines are enormous. But it's a complex problem. So we've outlined what data should you read into Splunk, what should that data look like, what kind of dashboards do you need, so that if you care about GDPR, and all of us should, you know how to use Splunk to ensure your overall data compliance.
Okay, so we've talked about retail before, but I'm going to propound a thesis. Okay. If in the last 6 months, companies realize if they're going to do it themselves, if they're going to do it on a cloud base, no matter what cloud, or if they're going to do it even on Amazon Web Services, nobody gets this data without using you, and no one can figure out what it means for the customer without using it.
Yeah, we are really excited to be part of this AWS framework. We've got an app for AWS, so it really helps customers that are in the cloud get significantly better visibility on what's happening. But you're doing that so you understand what are your customers doing on the other end. And whether you're drawing data from your stores or whether you're just using your online data or mobile data, how do you understand customer sentiment, customer behavior, product movement, so that you can actually take advantage of these terabytes of data that most companies have at their fingertips every day if they know what to do with them.
Okay, so at the department store level, my folks both worked at department stores. Is it not almost the same as it was a long time ago, where they're just saying, you know what, I think they like this color, let's do it, but without any sort of data analytics?
If you're doing it that way, it's going to be harder and harder to be successful. That is not the way that Amazon's doing it. That's not the way that Mercado Libre is doing it. That's not the way Alibaba's doing it. The worlds are being disrupted because people are taking a data-driven approach right now to understanding product velocity, customer needs, and there are signals, Wi-Fi hotspots, mobile devices, sensors on the stores, that if you know how to trap, you can do a much better job of understanding what your customers need and listening to that customer so you can be successful.
Now, something new since we talked, you bought a security company.
We did.
And out of nowhere, that security company looks like it has an awful lot of clients, because this quarter had an awful lot of business in security.
Yeah, it was a good quarter for us in security. We've done this our fourth acquisition in 12 months. Okay. So I'm really excited about the momentum that we're getting around M&A. We bought a company called Phantom, which was a partner of Splunk's. We share a bunch of customers. Right. And you can think about them, if Splunk is the brain, we take all this data and we process it. Phantom is the nervous system. It's like when a brain says something, what happens, and did you do the right thing? Are you learning as you're doing, so that you can get more intelligent on both ends, both the doing and the brain? And Phantom really helps us with that that orchestration piece of, did I do the right thing?
All right, now I have to tell people what it's like to be joyous, because conference calls often determine the trajectory of a stock, and yours just didn't stop. It starts with a Bank of America analyst. He's a rebel and a runner. He's a signal turning green. He wants to run the big data machine. I mean, what is this? How can there be poetry from an analyst?
That was a very beautiful Rush quote. It was a really, really nice year. We've gone through a whole host of transformations across marketing, sales, product, and it was nice to see our customers starting to understand more, how do I leverage data to drive my business? And so it's great to have calls when the numbers are good, and it was a fun call.
All right, well, I'm going to finish this for you because you're too modest. These guys really love you. Actually, I know a lot of your customers that love you, which is pretty good. That's Doug Murray, President and CEO of Splunk, SPLK. I am telling you, 18 months from now, you're going to see the quarter. No, you saw it this quarter. Mad Money's back after the break. Thanks, Doug.
Thank you, Jim.
Booyah! Jim Cramer here from Mad Money. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube. Click here to subscribe and get the jump on my exclusives with CEOs, plus market news, investing advice, and a whole lot more.